We're back with Today in Iowa, 6:18 this morning. The latest allegations in a state gambling investigation targeting Iowa college athletes. Prosecutors have already dismissed charges against several student athletes. 9 pleaded guilty to underage gambling. WHO 13's Elias Johnson sat down with Brad Remsburg, whose son Jake played football at Iowa State and was one of the students criminally charged.
As a dad, I'm well aware, as are all the other parents involved, that our sons, in this case, made a mistake.
Brad Remsburg won't make excuses for his son.
Jake should be held accountable to the decision that he made, which he knew was wrong. He should have paid a fine like he ended up doing, but all of this other nonsense is completely ridiculous.
Jake Remsburg was one of 15 student athletes charged in a months-long DCI investigation into online sports gambling at the campuses of Iowa and Iowa State universities. Initially, players were charged with tampering with records. Some were also hit with identity theft. Jake, along with 9 other players, ultimately pled guilty to underage gambling, a simple misdemeanor, while several others had charges dropped over a lack of criminal activity.
I think really more than anything else, it's the why, and I don't think I'm alone in that. People across the state have been asking that from the get-go, really.
Attorney Van Plum, who is currently representing former Cyclones Isaiah Lee and Enye Uwazurike, wants answers to that question as well. According to a motion filed today, Plum questions what he views as a warrantless search of dorms and other athletic facilities which violated the rights of student athletes charged in the case. The filing accuses 5 DCI agents, led by Special Agent Brian Sanger, of using a software called Kibana to geofence dorms and athletic facilities to identify irregular online sports wagering without an initial criminal complaint.
What are some of your concerns with how they went about investigating this case?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm not a DCI investigator. I'm not an attorney or a police officer. I'm just a citizen. But looking at this, I don't see how it's possible that they could have garnered the information that they did with apparently without any complaints, without any subpoenas, with any arrest warrants or search warrants. None of that appeared to take place here. I don't know the answer other than my opinion is that a person or a group of people decided that this was something that they were going to pursue, and I'll let people decide for themselves what the reason was that they were going to do that.
I support wholeheartedly the department and the decisions that were made. So,
during a press briefing on October 25th of last year, Governor Kim Reynolds was asked about the DCI investigation.
They received some concerns. They looked into it like they do with other issues.
According to the motion filed by Plum, when Agent Sanger was asked why he wanted to conduct warrantless searches, he stated he couldn't remember, other than concerns about potential match fixing.
That's completely ridiculous. You are undertaking something this large. You better know that you're going to have questions asked of you down the road, and you better come up with a better answer than "I don't remember." Unacceptable.
In the case against Isaiah Lee, Plum is requesting further investigation to get to the bottom of how the investigation began and why it was allowed to continue.
At some point, somebody has to be held accountable for their decisions, just the way these student athletes had been held accountable. And I hope for that person it's commiserate to the degree that they may have made a wrong decision, because in the case of the athletes and families, it is nowhere close to equating to the offense that they are accused of participating in.
All right, so more to come with that investigation and fallout from it. We'll be